So it's top five time for the year 2023. Hello to you, Al. We always look forward to this, don't we?
Good morning, mate. Look, I do. It's a bit of a struggle sometimes, though, to get that top five sorted because there's been a lot of awesome albums. So let's get into it.
Before we get into the top five, let's go and get some honourable mentions. So the ones that didn't quite make the top five, but we thought were all right. You got a couple here, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. Look, Lemon Twigs, Everything in Harmony is a really, really close. Actually got in my top five. So for those Lemon Twigs fans out there, I gave it a go. The other one is M. Ward's Supernatural Thing, which also made my top five, but just missed the collective top five, mates. What about yourself? What do you got?
I've got a couple. So Queens of the Stone Age, they've got a really great back catalogue. They were pretty awesome. With In Times New Roman, unfortunately, didn't quite make the cut this year. The other one was Kylie Minogue. Now, I think to our American fans, you may not know Kylie Minogue. She's massive in Australia and in Europe, but she's also been around for a long time, so 55 years old. So it's almost like a massive comeback for her. There wasn't a bad song on this. Didn't quite make the top five, probably because it doesn't really transcend to our particular taste, but nonetheless, really worthwhile in checking out. Okay, so that is our honourable mentions, but without further ado, let's get into our top five.
Number 5.
So number 5 on the list is And If by Ghost Woman. This is Ghost Woman's second album. In fact, they put a third album out just a couple of days back. But Indie Miners has covered the first two albums by this particular band. They're a Canadian group. It's very much, I guess, probably 60s sort of garage psychedelia. That's probably how I best describe it. Very awesome to listen to. It's probably a shade below the first album, if you want my opinion, which also made our top five last year. But definitely check out End of the Gun, which is the lead single and also the music video. It's sort of, I think it's sort of 60s footage of I don't know, bikie gangs or sort of parties that have sort of happened back from those days. Really awesome footage. Really good to see being upgraded. Al, you didn't mind this album either.
Oh, absolutely fantastic, mate. Huge Ghost Woman fan, and for those people watching the video, if they don't get anything else out of this, I'm really hoping that they will pick up this band, in particular Ghost Woman. I am really hoping they're going to come to Tassie one day to tour, mate, but definitely worthy of the top five.
Number 4.
Lord, live the strange, where I'm with you.
Number 4 is Gaz Kum's Turn the Car Around. What a fantastic album this is, mate. He's actually touring Melbourne at the moment. It got higher in my personal top 5, but I've loved this guy. I mean, he's been a supergrass. He's now a recognised solo artist, and this particular album is just fantastic. Particular highlights of the album were Long Live the Strange, Turn the Car Around, and the opening track Overnight Trains. Mate, what's your thoughts on this album?
I love this album, and Gaz Coombes has had it's a really sort of strong solo back catalogue now that he's developing off the back of the very strong catalogue that was Supergrass. This one was the continuation of that, and I think one that people sort of potentially forget about because it was released earlier in the year.
Number 3.
Number 3 on the list is Baritalia, Tracy, Denim. Now, this is their third album. Baritalia are a band for people in the know, so they're from the UK. Very unique in that they have 3 lead singers. So 3 lead singers that take a turn of the lead sing role within a song, which is very, very unique. It's got sort of elements of shoegaze as well as 90s alternative rock. So with those people who like that particular genre, you should definitely check out this band. They have made, this particular album has made a lot of people's top 10 lists, and they have released a second album this year that we've also covered. But Al, I know you might not have listened to this one as much. We didn't do this particular record for Indie Miners, but this is a band that is certainly unique.
Oh, absolutely, mate. The fact that you don't know who's going to be singing at what stage, so it's in a world of music that's kind of flooded with the same for a band to kind of come out with a new sound to make things a bit more fresh and such quality songs as well. I mean, there's a little bit of filler, but really between Ghost Woman and Baritalia, it's just fantastic that these kind of new bands are coming out, mate.
Number 2.
number 2 is Dope Lemon's Kimosabi. What an absolute belter of an album from start to finish. Mr. Lemon has delivered what I think is probably the best album of this year. I just keep playing it. I can't stop playing it. I just think it's an absolute belter of an album from start to finish. I think his songwriting has really improved. I think it's radio friendly as well, being indie. I love the fact that he's kind of gone away from the Angus and Julia Stone kind of sound and developed his own real sound. I just hope he cracks the international market soon, mate. I know this is a particular favourite of yours, mate. What have you got to say?
Absolutely. I've been a bit of a Dope Lemon fan for a little while now. He just oozes coolness, so I think he adds something to the genre that is a little bit fresh. I mean, we were listening to a lot of Americana records there in the middle of the year. It got a little bit same for us. I think to listen to this one, it was sort of a fresh take on things. He throws a bit of an ego into the mix, and that's sometimes something you really want to see.
Number 1.
Number 1 on the list is Lana Del Ray's Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard. It's a bit of a mouthful, I appreciate. But this particular album, I mean, I wasn't a Lana Del Ray fan before this album. I certainly am now, and I'm kicking myself that I haven't been on board this train for a long time now. But this is her 9th album. It is a long album, so it's probably a double album for a lot of people's standards. But it really sort of takes the sort of persona almost of a concept record in a lot of ways. So you really start out with a lot of ballads. It gets into areas of like hip hop, psychedelia, folk. There is a lot of different things going on there, and a lot of collaboration. So Father John Misty was the really the standout one for me with Let the Light In.
Yep.
That was a great song. A&W is probably the one that is the standout. It's probably one of my favourite songs for the year. I just can't stop listening to that particular song. But really great, and also some really touches there where they do some sampling. So there's some samplings from previous Lana records that she throws into the mix. Al, I know you like this one too. I think we collectively voted for this one. I think it was my number 1. I think your number 2. But really impressed by this particular album.
Oh, absolutely, mate. In a world where people are living in YouTube shorts and short videos, this is a real epic album. And as you mentioned, probably should have been a double album, but it's pretty flawless from start to finish. And she's really just concreting herself as probably one of the best female solo artists in the world. And will she be one of the best of all time? Don't know, but I've been a fan of Lana's for a long time, but this album is flawless. She's invited every Tom, Dick and Harry to join her on this journey of an album, but like you, mate, I loved Let the Light In, featuring Father John Misty's kind of voice, vocals in the background there, which just really make a highlight for me. But the particular tracks that I really enjoyed were more the ballads, title track, of course, as well as the Grants, which is the opening track, which I just think is absolutely fantastic and a real highlight for me, mate. And I think we concur this is probably the best album of 2023.
So there you have it. It'd be interesting to know in your comments whether you agree or disagree. In the next few weeks, we're going to do some other, wrap-ups for the 2023 year. So please get on the lookout for that. But that is our top 5 albums for 2023. That wraps up another episode of Indie Miners. Please look to subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, and let us know if there's an album you would like us to look at. So until next time, bye for now, and thank you for watching.